On the first half, we'll be fighting the Aeon Blight Drake. This boss is a combination of the two types of ruin drakes that are found in Sumeru, and it alternates between flying and walking throughout the fight. For this boss, I recommend a team that can continuously deal high single target damage and also includes an archer in the roster. Teams built around Ganyu, Yoimiya, or Fischl are examples that could work here, or teams that can use an archer support like a Hu Tao Yelan team can also work. The boss will always start in its flying stance, so the first thing I do is swap to Fischl and get ready to hit its weak spots. The weak spots are the two glowing cores on its wings, and you have to hit each of them with a fully charged aim shot to bring the boss down. After hitting both of its weak spots, the boss will fall to the ground and be stunned for about 10 seconds, so this is your chance to attack. When it wakes up, it'll switch to its walking stance, which is much easier to hit and fight. While in its walking stance, the boss will periodically use charging attacks that expose the weak spot on its head. You can hit this weak spot to stun the boss again, but it's not a huge deal if you aren't able to, because you can deal a lot of damage in its walking stance regardless. Continuing the pattern, the boss will switch back to its flying stance after a while, and the fight repeats itself in this regard. Practice hitting the weak spots on its wings, because being able to hit those consistently is the key to beating this half quickly. This is a long fight, so make sure you have plenty of ER on your characters, and practice your rotation so you can execute it multiple times consecutively. On the second half, we're fighting two waves of enemies with 2 enemies in each wave. There's also an Electro Aura that pulses periodically and grants the enemies damage reduction and CC immunity. Because of this, I recommend bringing a Pyro or Cryo-centric team. Either one can cleanse that Electro Aura easily. The second wave also has a Geochanter Fatui, so you can also bring a Claymore character, but I found that he dies pretty quickly, so you might not need it. In the first wave, I start by focusing the Anemo Eremite. She's the ranged enemy out of the two, and she also has more HP, so keep your focus on her the entire time. In the second wave, I focus the Geo Fatui first because he's the ranged enemy, and wait for the Geo Eremite to get closer to me in the meantime. When the Geo Eremite is close enough and the two are grouped together, I switch my focus to the Eremite because he has way more HP and takes longer to kill. The Eremite also has a Geo Aura that periodically causes rumbling ground and deals damage to you in this rectangular area. The damage does build up pretty quickly, so make sure you have a strong healer or shielder on this half. When the Eremite drops below 70% HP, he summons a crocodile and increases his own resistances. You can defeat the crocodile to stun the Eremite and bring his resistances back down, but if his HP is already low, it's usually better just to continue focusing him. The builds will follow right after this, and they're also in the video description. As always, thank you so much for watching.